Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of 2 videos we have for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Hey, what's up? What's up?
You can't see it, but it's amazing.
Us. We would love it if you purchased some of our merch.
Got some new
Today,
stuff.
we are launching some new stuff. I've got the AJ's kind of Superman-style shirt.
It's blue. I love it.
Yeah, blue, blue with a little bit. Oh, I look at it, Superman blue. Superman blue's okay.
Sure.
Friggin' blue. Shiny blue, those are not okay.
Okay.
And anyways, and we're also finally going to be offering hats. So if you're a hat guy, which, you know, I like to wear hats. It's just you never see me with a hat. Watch this.
Bam.
Oh, yeah. So,
Now
you
you
know,
don't
you
need
could
that
delay
haircut.
getting your hair cut. You don't have to get your hair cut yet. Boom. You got your AJSA hats. So if you guys want to directly support the show and support an independent artist, please go to roguesapparel.com and check out all of our wonderful merch. Pick up an OJ shirt if you haven't already. And please, again, I've been writing them down. Leave your ideas for an Alex shirt in the future, okay? I've got a few written down, but I want to see some more.
He's very picky.
Thank you for supporting the Angry Joe Show after all these years. I know it's kind of a down time right now. Not a whole lot of, you know, games, though we are playing Diablo 2. Oh, my God, I fucking love it. So we'll probably put out a review for that soon. And, yeah, let's get straight to the gaming news.
All right, people are pissed.
Yeah,
As
that's,
usual.
That's I mean, it's
that's
just like,
what we're good at.
I don't even know what story that goes to.
what
That's
we're
just, you
good
know,
at.
the one thing every week is people mad. This time they are mad about Hitman. Hitman was released on
Let me
Good Old
see you with
Games.
the hat, Joe. Let me see you.
I can mess up his hair.
I want to see him with the hat. Go ahead.
And so it's on Good Old Games, and Good Old Games has always been it's DRM free. You know, this is pro consumer.
Yeah, I love GOG. I like that their mentality. No DRM.
They sell Heroes of
Little-
Might and Magic 3.
older games,
Greatest game.
bringing them back.
Gladius.
Sometimes it's cheap, you know.
I got it
Polish.
But people are pissed, and they're review bombing Hitman. And the reason that they're review bombing it is, even though you can play Hitman's main campaign and bonus missions offline, but elusive targets, escalation missions, and user-generated contracts require online connections to play. And people hate that shit. Because especially on the platform GOG, where it's just, you know, they've always been like, oh, we don't require that stuff. So this seems to have kind of broken free of that, you know, DRM, you don't need to be connected.
Yeah, they got to be really careful about that.
Yeah.
And they can't be surprised when people are upset about
And
it.
people have
Like,
review
said-
bombed the shit out of the game over it. And then GOG is upset. And
They're like, hey, you can't do that.
you can't do that. And then people are saying, they're like, we are going to delete reviews of video games that don't meet, you know, our standards. And then we get into this argument. It's like, look, as a consumer who values being able to play my game offline without DRM more than anything else, I really do. This is what the person's saying. I really do think this is a 1 out of 5 or
Right.
whatever the rating scale is. And you should not be able to delete my review because
Yeah.
you disagree with the number.
Yeah.
And so now that there's arguments
Because it
back
has
and
to do with your service and you're trying to silence us. I understand totally from a gamer
Yeah.
perspective. And they should have known this because that is their market.
Yep.
If you don't want the, you know, people, the crazy people in your words, well, not really your words, but if you're looking at them as crazies that they don't want any aspect of it to be beholden to online only, then, you know, you should have expected that coming. Don't delete their reviews. If this is the only way you can do it, you need to explain why exactly it has to be that way. Listen to their feedback. See if there's alternate solutions to keep the idea of GOG intact and all the games on there intact. I don't know if those people would prefer it, but, you know, if there's a feature where it's like you're unable to separate it from it, would you rather just keep it offline? I don't know. That's a discussion that they're going to have.
Okay,
Yeah, and GOG said that specifically, we are open for meritful discussion and feedback.
No, they're not.
But we are not we're tolerating review
deleting
bombing.
comments.
And then
Review
we're going to be removing posts. Now, they have added a new disclaimer to the Hitman page letting people know that this stuff is there. And this kind of smells a little bit of, you know, people wanting to be outraged over something. But this is an issue that we had this weekend that we will continue to have forever. It's like where a game should not require me to be online. especially if your
that.
servers are garbage.
Yes.
And so it's a big issue. So GOG fighting with the internet, their customer bases, and we'll just see what ends up happening. It's unfortunate because I think that game is better than a 1. It's rated a 1 out of 5, and people typically like this game.
I just don't understand how they can expect Hitman to be offline yet still offer access to user-created missions. I don't understand that.
Well, what you do is you download all that content.
Oh yeah,
and then
okay, gotcha.
And then when
gotcha. Like
sitting
one
on the
time,
bus and on my laptop, and
Right.
I'm waiting, and it's like, oh hey, you don't have Wi-Fi. It's like, yeah, why would I need Wi-Fi?
Okay, so what it is there's actual DRM. It requires you to be online the whole time you're playing user-created levels, rather than letting them download it once. Then I'm totally with the gamers on this one. Didn't quite understand initially there. I thought they were just upset with just the plain old internet connection to get to there. But no.
They need your data.
You need to actually connect to it at least. And that might be something that is not built into the game code from when,
IO was doing it.
When they were first doing it. But that's what kind of GOG is around for, is helping to modify the games and creating, bringing it up to speed and in line with their
Hopefully
particular.
they don't lose their ways either.
Yeah,
who
you're talking
owns
about
them, right?
CD Projekt Red.
Well, because CD Projekt owns
so-
both companies.
Exactly.
So,
Yes, it's like
That-
hopefully they're not losing their
That's
way.
probably why this got a little more heated than would otherwise be. But yeah.
Okay.
Peasants.
Into boring, but actually really, super relevant news. Twitch actually signed a deal with the National Music Publishers Association this week. The agreement will be more flexible and forgiving to creators who inadvertently or incidentally use music in their streams. Now, again, they are still going to smack you in the face
If that's all you do.
if you are playing that's what you're doing, right? You're just playing music in the background. But people were getting claims when they would be playing a video game and it would be playing in the video game, or when someone was
Heroes of
driving
Might and
down,
Magic.
when someone was driving down the street and the radio was playing, and they're like, we're removing your channel.
Right.
And so this is just an effort. We've been saying Twitch do something, and this is the first step for them doing something to protect creators. Now it's not far enough.
Yeah.
But
I'm just wondering if it's secretly a step that makes it even more difficult for creators, and they just cover it with, they'll be more lenient towards you. Don't worry, our new partners will be more lenient towards you. But I don't
the
know.
music
I'd have to
industry's
see it in
never
effect.
lenient.
Yeah, according to the article, so in practice, this means that content creators who feature copyright music in their streams will be given a chance to, quote, course correct first, with Twitch giving a warning before removing content, and then to try to edit the videos. No more of the, you did something wrong. It's like, all right, well,
Delete
I
everything.
have 10,000 hours of content. Which video? I'm like, we're not telling you. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, you should delete everything you've ever done. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to log in right now because I have a copyright strike, and I'm wondering, has Twitch finally implemented that system yet, where it's not a permanent strike?
No.
There's still no fucking way to get rid of this
I think
strike,
they just announced
which was the
it
Call
and
of
we'll
Duty
work
bullshit.
on it till later.
Yeah, this is fucking crap. Like, stop announcing
Maybe
this
next
bullshit.
2 months?
Get this thing in your dashboard. Start giving creators more control and ability to
nice.
see what the hell is going on. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. This new process, which is distinct from the DMCA process, focuses on going forward flagrant uses of music. This is flagrant uses of music, and starts with a warning instead of penalties. So you'll get a warning first, and that's always really nice.
Oh, well, how gracious of you to partner up with them to give us warnings based on the music industry's criterias and feed lines or guidelines, probably ignoring
We'll see
fair
how it
use.
goes. I don't know. Not
mean-
too excited about it.
No, I
Still
don't.
gonna be in the trial runs.
Like I said, this is just a first step. What they need is a dispute process. I mean, this warning process is really big because now you're not going to get blindsided with, hey, 3 strikes, you're
Still
gone.
there.
Channel's
See.
gone.
Copyrights in your channel. You have 1 copyright strike on your channel.
Where
if you
is it?
accumulate
I don't
3
know.
copyright strikes, and your account may be terminated. And we can't see it. We don't know what video it's on. And then you go and you say, okay, prove it to me that I did it. That's deleted. Twitch deleted it for us.
Bam,
All these
take it
other
off.
things. So it's like I've got this floating copyright strike, and it doesn't drop off as it does on YouTube. So I'm just waiting for them to fix their process. It's still fucking garbage.
Yeah.
It's still fucking broke.
Yeah. So this is not what we were wanting, but this is a step. Like the warning process is going to be good. But you can't undelete the tens of thousands of videos that were deleted in the past, and you can't screw up the relationship that you had. Where like, hey, one of your videos is bad. We're giving you a strike. It's like, hey, which video? I don't believe you. And they're like, well, it was there. We promised, but we deleted the video. It's like, so I can't dispute it? No.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if they're going to be like, all right, well, that one was before we implemented our rules, so that one still counts against you.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Just saying, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you've been around for the last couple of years. You know exactly that strike is going to stay there forever.
Wishful thinking, once again.
Yes. All right. We did get some good news out of the UK. An ad regulator issues new guidance on in-game spending. Again, we're talking about steps in the right direction, just making sure that video game companies are advertising in ways that are more consumer friendly and making sure that people know what they're getting into. Guidelines were presented on a variety of topics such as virtual currency purchases, bundled items, odd pricing, and time limited offers. And so it's just making sure if a video game says, hey, this is the one time you have to get this shiny blue skin, and if they offer it again 6 months again, like later, they'll get in a lot of trouble because there's no scarcity in a digital good, and so for them to try to do that and then release it again, it makes you kind of a piece of shit.
Agreed.
Odd pricing, so they're going over. It's like, look, if a video game skin costs $10 and they only sell currency in $37 increments, then there's going to be regulations that they have to go. It's like you can't do that because now you have all of this left over this currency,
you always
leftover
have,
bits in that
bothers
currency.
Me so much. Yeah, you got 50 cents left over, and you can't get the 50 cents unless you buy another $5. Then you could use your 50 cent, a part of the $5. But then you got another 50 cent left over, another 25 cent.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, and so there's going to be an agency in charge making sure that the game companies live up to this. So I imagine there's going to be a reporting process that the game companies will have to do. Again, small step, very small, in the right direction. I'm hoping that this is one of those things that continues to go forward, and especially in the UK, they continue to push legislation, and they don't see these small steps and just say mission accomplished. And that's what I'm worried about, right? That the gaming company's going, no, we already did the regulation thing. We're done.
Yeah.
And so
we need those small steps.
I think it's still
though.
very early. It's not even a small step. They're facing the right direction now.
Okay, it's a baby. Oh, facing.
They're facing the wrong direction.
They're face that direction, go that direction.
Oh, this way. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I get you, Alex. You know, because so many times companies get away with that. They're like, look, we did something. Look at the thing that we did. Remember, initially they were like, there are parental controls.
Praise us.
And then you could just do gambling and shit, but there are parental controls.
Yeah.
You know, no, that's not an excuse. And so, but at the same time, the other side of the coin is you do need steps to eventually get there. So if you're criticizing a step too hard, then, you know, they might be like, well, fuck, what? Why are we taking any fucking steps if nobody's going to appreciate it? So, but yeah, no, I agree. I think
it's a dangerous time right now. We need to make sure the legislators know that this has to keep going. This is not the time to stop.
Right.
The internet is super weird this week about a new Super Mario movie.
Oh, yeah.
With Bob?
I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
There's already been a perfect Super Mario movie.
Yes.
It is perfect.
John Leguizamo.
It was John Leguizamo, the Goombas. It is
the worst movie
wild.
of all time.
It is so bad.
It's bad, but you need to see it.
It is, yeah.
Bad
And so
good.
they're making a new one. And everyone's pissed.
But wait a minute. Live action or animated?
Animated.
Okay. Okay.
And so they've announced who is going to be acting.
Illumination. You meant the Minion guys, right? Oh, shit. Are we going to get a Minion cameo in this goddamn suit?
Maybe
Better
in the
not.
background. I would say
Better
So,
not.
The original voice, and I mean original voice. Like this guy has always been the voice of Mario in every country in Japan and the U.S. You know, Japan loves to have like their own dubs. This
Charles.
and he's
Speaking of Charles.
Charles Martinet or Martinet. He's gonna be present, just gonna be a cameo, and so they cut him out from Mario. Apparently his voice isn't good enough, and we're getting Chris Pratt.
it's because he's hot commodity. Like you look, all right, pin those two up together.
They're gonna have like
Everyone wants
Mario's
to
gonna have like a
see.
sexy body, and she's like, yeah, chicks love me. He's gonna flash his muscles, and then Peach is gonna come over. And whoa, and Peach is played by that girl that's got like her eyes are like way over
Queen's
here.
Gambit.
She looks
And
so
the
unique.
New Mutants.
Yeah, and she's gonna be like grabbing up on his muscles. Oh, Mario.
Okay,
Like, what?
well, I want to know who is Bowser.
Bowser is gonna be played by Jack Black.
Yes.
Donkey
Okay,
Kong
so
is Seth
this
Rogen.
I fully support the Jack Black.
Toad will be Keegan-Michael Key. Fred Armisen will take the role of Cranky Kong. Now, see, these are all incredible voice actors that have
Yeah.
done a lot of it, right? Jack Black's done a ton of movies. Seth Rogen's been doing a ton of voice acting recently.
I can see him as
Keegan-Michael
Donkey
Key is incredibly talented, does a lot of voices. Fred Armisen can do every voice ever.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of really talented people in here. The issue that people have is you've got the voice actor. And I mean the
Seth
voice
Rogen
actor.
is Donkey Kong? I thought that was a joke that
No.
then Twitter was doing because, that
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's laughed on Donkey Kong's face. Did you see it? Can we find it?
Yeah.
Play it, Joe.
No, he's
He has to do that exact thing. If not, he's been completely wasted. So at some point, Donkey Kong has to do the weed laugh, or I don't know how to describe Seth Rogen's laugh. But it has to be done. What do you think of Charlie Day, Joe?
Fucking
Is-
love
everything
Charlie
he
Day.
does is golden. Like he's
Fucking love him.
Yeah, he's great.
So you don't care. So Luigi is like, I don't give a fuck about Luigi. Anybody can play
There-
Luigi.
there isn't
But
a-
how dare
We could get
Chris
John.
Pratt play Mario? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Or do
well,
not give
you
a
don't
shit?
know the
Here-
Luigi voice, right? Like, there's not a one person that's always done the Luigi voice that is still healthy, that's still around, that
Right.
would want to do it in a heartbeat.
Right.
And they're like, just put Chris Pratt in it. It's like,
Yeah,
why?
Chris Pratt
It's
is
that
to
iconic.
get attention, to get
Yeah, exactly.
take-
Exactly.
Look how many other people we just named off. Like, Anna Taylor-Joy is one of the hottest actresses in Hollywood. You have Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Keegan-Michael Key. Like, these are all big names. You didn't
Jack
need
Black
Chris.
is so good at
But the thing, it's not gonna hit home with me because he's gonna be like, "It's a me, Mario." I was like, "Chris Pratt, can you do that though?"
Hello, it's a me, Mario. Woohoo!
Okay, well,
you
we
do
didn't
it?
hear a clip. Maybe Chris Pratt was selected not on his star power, but on his talent of mimicking Mario. Has anybody
I don't
actually
know.
ever heard him do a Mario impression? Perhaps he's really good, and
Have
we
you ever
just
heard
don't
him do
realize
voice
it.
acting ever when he doesn't do his own natural voice?
I don't know.
Because we saw that one movie that he was in, and it was just him reading lines. I mean, it was great. He did great, but I mean, he wasn't like doing his like a different voice.
I just love him for like improv and comedy and stuff.
Oh,
He's
I mean,
great.
he was incredible in Parks and Rec.
yeah.
I mean, everything in those Jurassic Park movies is terrible.
It's gonna be hit or
Everything.
miss with that line. We'll see, Chris. We'll see.
Like maybe he doesn't even do the line.
It's me, Mario.
Hey,
no,
hey, it's
that's
me.
not- It's
I
me.
I am.
It's me. Yeah.
Arnold.
Mario. I would
I
rather have Arnold.
How dare you put a princess in the valley, you asshole! Ah, I got to go to
me,
the castle.
Mario.
It's bullshit. Sly, I need
wanna
my
see-
friend Sly. We're gonna assemble a team. And we gotta take on the.
I want to see that now.
Yeah.
Arnold as Mario, Sly as Luigi,
Yeah, we gotta go to get
Danny
Princess Peach.
DeVito
As Bowser.
as Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the win, we got it.
No, they were
nailed it.
saying that it needs to be Danny DeVito as Wario, and Glenn Howerton. It will be Waluigi, and like they would be
Okay.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I want to see Waluigi. By the way, speaking of Waluigi, hopefully he'll be in the sequel, sort of like Knuckles will be in the sequel of Sonic. I want it to be good. Look, the jury's out on Chris Pratt. We know it's a bullshit move. We know it's a marketing move. We know it slaps, the original voice actor in the face, and we all want the original voice actor to be a voice. Here, once you get a few of the shit in the media, then you can experiment with other people with the voice, right? But no, they want to go big budget right away. They want to fucking make the biggest splash they can, and it just sucks. Why can't Chris Pratt be the cameo?
Again, I will allow it for now. I just need to hear it because I wasn't really sold
Joe will
with the
allow it.
Sonic one. I was like, well, you got Jameel White. Jameel White does the voice. Why don't
know.
you just get him? But they got the guy from
Right.
Parks and Rec. I was like, all right, that was doable. That one passed, though. I'm open to it.
Yeah,
Again.
I mean, I agree.
All right,
I
hold
agree
on.
with you. But
Just in case you missed it, play Mario. He has put out a little video celebrating his casting and reminiscing about what it means for him to be able to play the Italian poem. He even does a little Mario impression in which he then jokes about it not being the voice that the team worked on for the final film. It's all a little bit.
It's a me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice, but we've been working hard at it, and I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to be the voice of that video game that I dreamed about playing as a kid. Dreams come true.
are. So he's having fun with the announcement.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't wish any ill upon Chris Pratt
Oh, no,
whatsoever.
no.
Love the guy. You just
Maybe it's his favorite game, and
Yeah.
he'll try to do his best.
yeah, I'm sure he will.
It's probably his favorite.
People
page.
try out really hard to make all sorts of things and then fuck it up real bad. So, all right. In other news, this is a little less gaming news, but I mean it can have really actually large implications as far as video games go. There's a huge legal dispute heating up between Disney and the creators of Marvel characters: Spider-Man, Thor, Black Widow, Iron Man, and more. And so this goes back to a huge legal argument that is talking about the legal definition of work for hire. Ultimately, what's happening is the family members of the original creators of these superheroes, the artists, the writers, everybody, are saying your time to use our family stuff is up next year in 2022. No more. It comes back to us, and then you can license this from us. And Disney is saying, no, we bought Marvel, and because Marvel is now ours, and because all of this work was done as a work for hire basis, this stuff is ours forever. And this other law that you're bringing up that happened in 1976 doesn't apply, and there's all sorts of people on both sides arguing. Disney's countersuing to try to get everything dismissed. Now, ultimately, what happens is this is going to be a major decision, and Disney does this stuff a lot, right? Mickey Mouse is a character that's been around for a long time that Disney still owns. It's not public. It's not free use. It's not in the
You
public
don't
domain.
fuck with the mouse.
And so they have done things in the past just to make sure that they get what they want. And then people are arguing the legality of them still owning and not owning. So this is a really big deal, and this is going to determine who controls these billion-dollar characters. Like these are the biggest characters out there. And so this is, I mean, it's a big deal. Like the New York Times is covering it, everyone is covering it, because whoever poor judge makes this decision is going to be responsible for something argued over for a long
The
time.
judge went missing. Oh shit! The mouse got him.
Yeah, the collective lawsuits assert that the ownership of copyright over characters in question should revert to the name creators 60 years after their creation. Under the Copyright Revision Act of 1976, Disney's like, we don't care about any of that stuff. It was work for hire, none of those other things. And so,
damn, man, I don't know. If an old law was written, right, that it's like in 60 years, I mean, this reverts back to us automatically. What's fair is fair. I mean, Marvel should. Disney's got deep pockets. Marvel's got deep pockets. They're just trying to ignore a law that's on the books.
So the law on the books requires the media works in question to have been created independently and sold to another entity to qualify for the revision.
I see.
Now they're arguing over whether it was technically a work for hire works being done, where they specifically said, "Hey, I'm hiring you to do this work.
This is
everything
ours.
everything that you make under this agreement is mine and will always be mine. It is not yours." And so now they're arguing over stuff that happened 60 years ago that there may not be great documentation
Yeah.
for. And so, I mean, that's why it's like, well, I
Well,
don't
from the
know.
perspective, I've been watching a lot of law movies recently. From the perspective of the owners, it's a good idea to sue them anyway, to try to do this, to maybe look for a settlement.
Yes.
Right? Because rarely do things go all the way. Maybe they're just looking for a little bit of reimbursement, a little bit of money, because technically they helped create, they own the rights, the estates. But here's another thing. It's actually, not the original creators. It's the estates of the creators. So, well, it may not even be family, but more than likely it is family. So it's like, damn, who would you rather be in control? I personally would rather Marvel be in control. Kevin Feige, not necessarily Disney, even though Disney is in control of all that, right? I want somebody like that in control because they've been doing the
care about the
characters
projects as
justice.
well.
They care about the projects. Sometimes people that own the rights may not necessarily have, the character's best interest in mind or understand the character as well as others. For example, Superman, the old school Superman. Christopher played an amazing Superman, but as the Superman films went on, it started to, the Skullkins, the owners of that wanted to do like a Batman, comedy thing. They're constantly putting in comedy. And Richard Donner says, no, I want to take this serious. And that's part of the reason why he got fired, because the owners of Superman license at the time is like, we want to do like this. And he didn't want to do. So it's like you got those kinds of.
I can't imagine Superman as a slapstick comedy.
Well, there's a little bit of it in the Richard Pryor one. There's a little bit of it at the beginning of Superman 2 and 3. So
Well, the people who originally owned the rights to Superman, or they claimed they owned the rights to Superman, creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, actually sued Warner Brothers in the past using the same lawyer that's representing these new people.
Yeah.
Now, the case was decided in WB's favor. There was clear indications that at the time, DC had said this is a work-for-hire contract. All those things were owned. Now, the same lawyer represented Jack. It was only Kirby's family. When he was suing for Fantastic Four, Hulk, X-Men, Captain America, and many more Marvel characters, and just saying, look, these are mine. And then Marvel said, no, we have the thing that says that under this is ours. So saying this is something that has gone back and forth. And much to your point earlier, both of those cases were settled out of court.
yeah,
With money.
So I think it's just the
Well, it's a
estates wanting
shot.
more money than they already got, and unfortunately, the only way to make them go away is they see billions of dollars being made. Give them a few millions, then you will have set in stone the motherfucking ownership of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's just really the only way to approach it, or fight it in court. You've got better lawyers, and
You
know,
don't. Then Disney, you don't.
no, what I'm saying
Oh,
is
yeah.
Disney
Oh,
has
yeah.
better lawyers,
Disney's
and that's
got better
exactly
lawyers.
what they
Yeah.
do it. They're gonna
Yeah.
fight it in court, and then at some point they're gonna find a halfway, settlement.
Oh,
I
hopefully.
guarantee.
Yeah, it's super easy to be like, look, you stay away and you shut up forever. You
Shut
sign
up.
this thing that this is ours forever,
up
and that
and
you will
sign
shut up
forever.
forever. We will give you this amount of money because
Yeah.
they've got dirty Disney money.
Yeah.
Dirty Disney money.
And you know, if those creators are like, well, no, fuck you, I want to be involved at all times during it. That's a fucking hard battle, and I don't recommend going all the way.
You can't beat
because you can't really beat
Just
Disney.
take the money and go, man.
Take the money.
And go.
The U.S.
You
government.
didn't create it.
Yeah.
It was your father or your grandfather or the estate. You know, I'd understand if it was like Stan Lee is like, no, I'm
It's
not
my
giving it
shit.
up. I want to be involved in some
They
way.
screwed over Stanley when he
Yep.
was alive.
Yeah.
Like, he was alive, and they're like, we're not giving you any money. We promised
Yeah,
you.
we'll give you cameos.
Yeah, and he had to rely on, like, but ultimately strangers, people he didn't know, to, like, support him while he was alive. Disney doesn't give a shit. All right, that's what I got for today. What do you guys have?
I got two. After a couple of years of announcements from the Game Awards, Bayonetta 3 is finally
yeah.
released sometime in 2022. That's all we got,
Gameplay
though.
trailer.
We don't know the
Bayonetta.
exact date, but I'll be
Yeah.
playing it up here. That
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Always liked her, her outfits.
Oh, the
Oh,
outfit.
yeah. Was it
She
the outfit? The glasses?
kicks
I think it's
high.
the glasses.
She kicks
I
high.
like the glasses.
The glasses, the librarian look.
Sexy
Anyway,
look.
she's sexy, action, kind of, when it first came out, reminded me of, Devil May Cry type stuff. It's cool. And then Nintendo, of course, as we know, kind of saved Bayonetta a little bit, did Bayonetta 2. So hopefully we've got, it's going to launch exclusively on the Twitch. Okay, gotcha. It's staying exclusively to Nintendo.
Maybe.
I would like for it to come to other consoles.
Well, I saw some other stuff that said maybe.
Port over.
but yeah.
It'll probably be exclusive for a time.
Yeah.
They usually do that.
They got to make their
exclusivity
money
for a
first
time.
and then they go ahead.
Okay, the sexy
And the
Bayonetta is back. I like it.
Second one, Phasmophobia, a game I liked in the beginning, but I kind of have a downfall. It's like I wanted more
Yeah.
terrifying Ghost.
Yeah.
The Ghost.
I want a
more-
sequel to that. I want the guy to
do.
take
I
the
want
money
it to
that he
be, like,
earned
more crazy.
and build it up because
Yeah.
that game has so much fucking
It
potential.
did, but then like once you figured it out, I was like, all right, I know the process. I'm gonna do it real quick, and then bam, that's it. We're
You can play
out.
the game 50 times, and then after the 50th time, you're like, I have solved the game.
Yeah.
I no longer need to play this game.
Yeah, but now they're gonna do a single player mode.
Okay.
Where you go in by yourself and do everything yourself.
Yeah, I
But,
guess
I don't know if I, want
guess-
to do that. It's like set up a tripod.
Look, when I
Go get
play
the
those horror
save.
games with you, I'm playing by myself anyway.
That's-
You immediately run out of the house screaming and lock
I'm
me
a
in there with
survivor,
the
Alex.
ghost.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, there's so many times like the house
Don't
door
rely.
did lock, and OJ's outside in the van. It's like, OJ, why are you in the van? You're supposed to be helping me look. He's like, well, I
Don't
was.
rely.
I
Don't
go-
rely on OJ.
I had to
Run
go to
for
the bathroom.
Spidey.
See, what happened was I forgot the batteries in the
Oh,
van.
yeah, yeah.
So I had to go back and get the camera though. And
Sure.
all that stuff.
He was monitoring the cameras inside the van.
But that was the one time I actually saw you get scared. He was like, "Oh, his eyes lit up," because he was calling
Alex?
the little girl, and then
Oh, yeah.
appeared out of nowhere.
Oh, it's,
that
it's,
one, I
it's
wanted
the
more
most-
stuff like
it's the
that.
most incredible and like violent
Yeah.
reaction I've ever had. It's right here.
Yeah, his eyes were. Oh.
Patricia Thomas, come out, you coward.
Patricia Thomas, come out.
Let me out.
I have to like zoom in on that. His
Yeah,
eyes
just
opened up.
do the clip so that you play only
Ah.
that. Do the clip. So speaking of horror games, Resident Evil 4 releases on VR, going to be just in time for Halloween. So I'm like, what the hell? Where did the VR mode go for the Resident Evil we just played? You know, it was amazing that, you know, when we were going through
many
that
perverts.
house and the bugs that were all real close
Oh,
to us,
yeah.
the VR mode was just so great. And then the next Resident Evil, there's nobody spoke of any VR.
That's because of the perverts.
Pissed me off. The perverts wanted Lady D to go over to Lady
It's
D.
like,
or
why are
something.
you playing this game for like 40 hours?
No.
And you're still
game's-
in the first cat. You're still.
Oh,
in the,
I don't
It's
understand
like,
why.
oh
no.
no.
Has anybody ever asked them? Link me in the comments any articles like Capcom, what happened there? Anyways, they are gonna do Resident Evil 4 on VR. It's gonna be the Oculus. You know, they showed it way back, I think, in April, and. This is a 2005 game, now getting a VR, and it's one of the best games of all time, but I'll tell you guys, be perfectly honest with you, never played Resident Evil 4. Maybe a segment or two at a friend's house, but not on
liked
my
it.
own. I am waiting for them to figure out, are we going to do a remake of it? Is it too early to do a remake? Is it so new, 2005 is not really new, that a remake won't happen? I think they'll eventually remake it.
Everything's gonna
If
be
you don't want to
remade.
wait for the remake, though, and you want to experience it in a different way, you can do that. Oculus Quest 2 on October 21st.
Get your
You know,
Facebook accounts
Get
ready.
your Facebook accounts
yeah,
ready.
there
That's
is
the
a
only
Resident Evil
problem.
4 remaster coming, right?
I don't know if
would
it's been
think that,
confirmed.
like, all these older
People are
games are going to get
assuming.
remakes because running slim on ideas.
Yeah, people are assuming maybe.
Oh
but I
yeah,
don't
the
know if it's
VR. I think the VR is actually the full remaster one. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, not the remaster in the way that we're talking
Yeah.
about with the current technology. I would call that a remake, I suppose.
Yeah.
Cool, that's it from me.
All right. Well, then make sure you check out the second video and
Sweet invisible shirt.
Yeah, we realized that the shirt's green, but you know what? I want to wear the OJ shirts on our news thing from
sexy
time to
man
time.
right there.
So if somebody complains about it, maybe it's showing up. Who knows? Maybe Joe
try,
has
I'll
some
try.
kind of no. I kind of want it to fuck up. So please, you know, it suits Joe.
Exactly.
It suits.
Glitches included.
Glitches included. Guys, thank y'all so much. Grab one of our shirts. Try one of these new hats. Tweet it at us. We always try to retweet those.
Yeah.
Tweet it at Joe. Tweet it at me. Alex is not on Twitter, apparently. Or is he? I don't know. And that's it. All right, guys. Thank y'all very much. And we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Bye, guys.